Hey, welcome back everyone. This is Kira with another video with Nebulous being channeled through Ramsey. So the first question that we have today is we're going to talk about physical appearance. So how do you define true beauty?
How do you define true beauty?
Yeah, like the phrase beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
hmm
What would you have to say about that?
When it comes to beauty, beauty is a wonderful thing. When it comes to what your people would call ugly, pretty, there are definitions that don't align very well when it comes to many people's definitions of beauty and pretty or ugly. Anything else?
So what is real beauty?
Real beauty. Great question. When it comes to beauty in your society, it is misunderstood. What is pretty, what is not so pretty, what some would call ugly, it is misunderstood. We'll give you an example. You go to the movie theaters, when you see your trailers of video films that display different characters before you even know what this movie is. But you see a display of different characters. And haven't you noticed that the stranger the characters look, the more intriguing the movie you think it may be? What we are saying is this: when it comes to beauty, what is pretty, you define it. What is not so pretty, you define it. Your definitions of pretty and not so pretty have not been defined by you. Most people, many can identify with this, that most people want to look like other people. They want to display themselves as other people. So they would be called beautiful. But we want to say this, just like your film, The X-Men, and many others, didn't you notice that the X-Men were different? Their display wasn't the same. Xavier, the many different characters, they all had differences. They were all weirdly intriguing, now weren't they? And so, you knowing that, you still went and go see the movie. It was a beautiful film, now wasn't it? What we are saying is that your definitions of beauty is simply based off of how you, as an individual, sees it. Just like when you went to go see the film The X-Men, you loved every part of it. Beast, Storm with the gray hair, weird eyes, Wolverine, things that come out of his bones, almost can't die, scars on his face, many different mutants and beings that have different scars going down their chest, and their colors are weird. They are yellow and purple and orange, but they are all unique, all uniquely beautiful. You will find love and beauty and what is pretty when you decide to define what is beautiful for yourself.
That's really interesting because we live in a day and age where Instagram, social media in general is like very popular.
Yes.
And there's a certain, I mean, even before social media, there was a standard of beauty that women tended to want, and still do, tend to want to look like.
Yes.
And in this society, I think that the standard of beauty in the Western society is actually expanding now into other societies, like some European countries and Eastern societies, and there's a lot of people getting surgeries.
But haven't you noticed that most people who participate in the standard of beauty still don't feel so beautiful without participating in the standard? Because they themselves have failed their own standards. Once that happens, you will never feel beautiful. You'll be forever chasing what is outside of you to somehow feel beautiful. And you will never catch it. We want to let you know that beauty is simply a vibration. And everything is about timing as well. Synchronicities. Some people are told that they are not so pretty, ugly. Some people are told that they are so beautiful, pretty. But we want to share something with you. Every experience that you have had when it has come to your beauty, or someone else saying to you that you are beautiful or not so beautiful, the only reason you were ever told these things in the first place was because there was something in you that you were energetically connected to before you even saw that person that gave you that perspective of their own about your beauty. What we are trying to say as well is simple. No one is not beautiful. Everyone is beautiful in their own way. The standard of beauty is someone else's standard. If you live by other people's standards, you will never be beautiful. Everything is vibration, energy. And so before you ever had a moment in your life where someone told you you were beautiful, it was because somewhere within you, you believed it already. If you've had a situation in which people have called you ugly or treated you like you were inferior, it was because you believed it already. It's your decision to determine if you are beautiful or not someone else's standards.
Okay. So people's responses to us are usually just a reflection of how we're feeling about ourselves.
Absolutely. You do not understand, many of you do not understand that you will be considered a goddess or a god. Not to stroke egos, but you will be considered that when you feel it, when you know it. others will follow. And then you will become the standard.
So how does one begin to feel like a god or a goddess?
One must be willing to learn. The only reason one doesn't feel good or positive or like a goddess or a god, even though they may say these things to themselves, but they still don't truly feel it, is because many are not willing to properly learn from the correct teachers. Not necessarily physical teachers, but there are physical experiences that happen in your life that are there to show you so that you will learn how to be a goddess or a god. It's up to you to be someone that's willing to pay attention. That takes inner work.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much, Nebulous. That's some great food for thought, and I'm sure we'll be touching on that topic more, yes, as time goes on. And if you guys have questions, feel free to send them to us. You can send us in a private message or leave a comment below. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next video with the next question. Bye.